Oh boy, new woke video game out, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time for a lore dive. That's right, here on Taku, we do a lore dive every single day, new lore. Today, Fable. All right, I know nothing about it. People told me to watch the Fleekazoid video, so here we are. I imagine it's as...
You want to know the second definition of insanity? Getting the car guys to make a Fable game. Actually, did you really have to put your token?
Dude, I love that I do the gaming lore dives, man. I really do. I know that I get a lot of requests for them, and I'm really grateful for everyone that actually does request it, because it's really fun.
Brits on the job. Playground has never made a real game before. They make interactive Honda commercials.
Fair.
The most Fable thing about this game is them.
Dude, why does AI look better than graphics in like modern like AAA gaming studios? All right, you'll have like this super giga huge Xbox fucker gaming studio. They're out there. I don't know what they're doing on Epstein's Island or whatever the fuck. But they're out there with the best of the best and the elites of the elites, and then they release straight up dog slop. Like, dude, you could generate something on Grok in 5 seconds that looks better than the graphics in their games. Like, it's unbelievable.
Or they make...
It makes me think that they want it to look shit.
Interactive Honda commercials. The most Fable...
Bro, look at this. Look at the way he speaks.
Thing about this game...
This unironically looks worse. It unironically looks worse than, like, Grok. Anyway...
is them lying to us. Ooh. But rest assured, the developers wanted to remain faithful to the originals, which is why they removed the way Fable looks, the way Fable plays, Fable's RPG mechanics, and much, much more. But other than that, yeah, it looks like a great Fable game. Psych! Psych! Hang on, I got one more. I just gotta find it. Psych! There's a special place in...
Why does everything look so ugly, bro?
Hell for the person that...
I'm telling you, man. I feel like the uglification of characters is just part of, like, the actual gaming studio's new thing. They're like, don't worry, ugly people. Don't worry, ugly people. We're here for you guys. We're gonna make everything ugly, because if everything is ugly, then nothing is.
Put office-style cutaways into my Fable franchise.
Bro,
who even asked for these?
What?
I asked for these. This means you guys are going to make me watch cutscenes. More specifically, make me watch cutscenes where I gotta look at these fucking things. I see why you guys make games without any people. This game might not have cars, but it has people that look like they got run over by cars.
There it is! Dude, look at this! Just look at this design! What are they doing? I don't understand. Remember when they used to make games because they wanted people to buy them? Oh my god. That's why honestly American gaming is just, actually getting flushed down the toilet. You look at all the top games, none of it's coming out of America anymore. Everything has an agenda now. And it's the same with Hollywood. Like, why is it that modern American entertainment and media is literally all just propaganda? It is. There's no reason to do this. Like, unironically. Like, let me show you what I mean. All right, let me show you what I mean. All right, you grab a screenshot right over here, like so. All right, as simple as that. You pull up some random AI. All right, you post it in there. Make her sexy. Bam. All right, let's see what we get. Let's see if we straight up get a better design for a video game character than whatever we have as the main character of this. All right, my guy, it's so over. It's so over, bro. Like, do we see what, like, dog, not even trying to be controversial or anything. I'm just saying, they're doing it on purpose.
Jesus, it takes a lot of work to make something this
holy
fucked up. You can't use the excuse of tech limitations either. We've had scan-in text since Far Cry 3 with Vaz. It scared the hell out of me when I saw him in Better Call Saul. They didn't miss a freckle on that scan.
My god, look at him.
Scan in a big budget actress? There's a glitch in the machine, sir. She's got a 12-inch schlong now. It's like the McDonald's ice cream machine. Anytime a pretty woman shows up, it's broken and they gotta redraw it from memory. Oh, the guy from the watch gets scanned in 1 for 1, but as soon as it comes to the main character, shitified. So in shitified, they...
But, like, the crazy thing is you don't even need to scan in a real human, bro. You can just use AI. I know, AI, you're not allowed to say it. The artists are going to cancel me. I'm going to get raped by artists on Twitter for saying this. But quite literally, the tool is out there, and it would give us a much better product. And let's be honest, it straight up would. All right? I'm sorry for saying it. You look at actual good character design in modern video games, it's all Expedition 33. It came from France, right? All right, you got Chinese games, you got Japanese games, and everything that comes out of America literally looks like this.
delayed the game a year and came back with half a character creator. They're gonna do some Hogwarts Legacy shit where you can only customize the head. Listen to this.
You'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads, hair, skin tone, tattoos, and scars. So the hero you play represents you.
That's code speak for you could be whatever you want to be as long as you want to be a femboy. And let's for a second say that you can't
so many options.
Beef testosterone himself. You still gotta walk around like that's the independent woman you are. Those hips don't lie. Shake that moneymaker, Dave. Blue Sky users are claiming this is how men walk. I don't doubt this is how they walk. They obviously designed the game to be played as that chick from the first trailer.
Yep.
They bolted on the character creator after the game got back.
100% facts. Absolutely.
Blast just like Saints Row. I rest my case and I
my god, dude.
shake my ass. Who the hell was?
Bro, the globo-homo conspiracies are insane. They're turning the freaking players gay. They're trying to turn the players gay through video games. So I had to pull out my inner Alex Jones. They're gayifying the people.
Like that. I love throwing it back.
Bro.
This is the first time the Forza guys have had combat in one of their games, and you can tell.
See how slow that shit was, too?
This is the first time
the Dark Souls zombies move faster than this.
Forza guys have had combat in one of their games, and you can tell.
We had 20 seconds to swing his axe.
A unique combat system before. Now, it looks like an impactless knockoff of Gotham Knights, Assassin's Creed, Veilguard, and name any other modern RPG. They said it would be inauthentic for us to just try and make Fable 4. So in a much more authentic move, they made Witcher 4. If you were going to be authentic to your resume, we'd be driving a souped-up Ford Escort into a giant troll. If Fable isn't authentic to you, then don't make a Fable game, dipshit. The combat in Fable...
But they have to! Because they only exist through releasing sequels and remakes of old franchises. They're literally in the Hollywood death spiral. It's the same exact ideology, right? They can't actually make something new. They have no chance of actually succeeding with something new because no one's going to buy something new, so they literally take an IP that's beloved by some people and manipulate it and warp it because it's not like they can create, they can only pervert. The evil cannot create. Evil can only corrupt, and we are watching this happening in real time, all right? Why doesn't Disney make something new? Oh, don't worry, we're going to make a new Star Wars spin-off about gay, lesbian space witches, all right, having sex with the universe. You know what I'm talking about? And I feel like this keeps happening in everything, all right? The reason why they're not making a different game is because they are banking on the players that like the franchise to buy the game because they know the game's going to be shit and it exists for the propaganda it'll push rather than actually because of any creative bone in their body. Tragic as that sounds.
To float. It had an action game feel. This looks like a worse version of everything. I'd talk more about it, but we got...
I don't want to be rude here or anything, okay? This looks like mud!
A worse version.
I see this in my toilet every time I flush.
Of everything.
Bro.
I'd talk more about it, but we got 48 seconds of new footage. They spent more time telling us everything they've removed from the game. As for the takedowns, mommy and daddy won't let me buy the game if there's blood in it, so I'm glad they made sure to put it, I'm glad that they don't put any blood in it. I hate this stupid spongy combat. Why would you do this?
Dude, that looks so bad.
To me. The other day I was doing some arts and crafts with a Pringle can, a plastic glove, and 2 sponges. It got me thinking, these sponges can really take a pounding.
Bro,
that was the inspiration for the combat. Furthermore, we got no guns, we got no dog, we got no motherfucking hope. Sucks the guns are gone, but I'm glad that dog got sent to the pound. Fuck that.
Who are you, Hassan Piker? What is this?
Dog, kill stealing me all the goddamn time. Where's the shot?
I love the Hassan. Dude, Hassan Piker has become literally analogous with dog torture. It's incredible.
DLC. As for the humor, it's British, so it isn't. Speaking of which, will there be
Western games, man. Western games.
Any huge honkers in this godforsaken game?
That's a good question.
No, but you can buy some huge honkers.
Like, bro, the fact that they were like, let's make the game, except let's remove the tits. Like, if that's not the most classic liberal bullshit ever, I don't know what is.
For 10% off using code PIMP. Another thing, if I wanted realistic graphics, I'd go outside. Hyper-realism is becoming the laziest, most expensive way to look like everything else. The old games had an artistic style. It felt like, you're not gonna believe this, it felt like you were playing a Fable. The whole strategy behind realistic...
You mean to say that Fable felt like a Fable?
graphics is pissing God rays into your eyes and hoping you forget your computer can't run this game. I like how they built on the
I don't know, man. I think that realistic graphics definitely has its place in gaming, but not in everything. It's super expensive. It takes forever to, you know, load every pixel. All right, can you imagine realistic graphics in like Elden Ring? It would be absolute dog shit. It's because it's an interesting universe and an interesting world. Right? Red Dead Redemption 2 could have realistic graphics, but you don't need to do that in every fantasy world. Again, I feel like we're literally living in the slopification of media, and it's incredible. You know, that's why I made a video yesterday on the lore channel, the lore dive into Iron Lung. That's why I'm so happy that Markiplier's Iron Lung was a success story. I want to humiliate these motherfuckers. All the people in like these absolute generic slop factories that release absolute dog-ass content just for the sake of pushing out new product, for the sake of the people with the same old IP to get the old fans hooked, even though it's trash. I want them to be humiliated. Quite literally, I do. I want them bullied, humiliated, and embarrassed. All right? I want a... Melania is a new movie that came out, okay? It's pushed by the President of the United States of America. You know who beat it in the box office? A fucking YouTuber who funded everything himself with Iron Lung, all right? You want to know something insane? We have games that are made from indie places, make games that are so much bigger than anything that comes out of these AAA areas, right? Every chapter of Deltarune is going to be individually bigger than this AAA game, Fable, okay? I'm not even exaggerating, and that shit is literally 4 pixels. It's 4 pixels, and it's better because I want the individuals and the indies and the people with actual art and direction and passion. I want them to humiliate the game studios that are literally shoveling slop down our throats straight up, in my opinion, as propaganda pieces, because that's how it doubles. They all double as propaganda pieces. So, in my opinion, they're trying to make their money off fans that of the franchise that are willing to pay for the new installment, even though they don't actually necessarily are, you know, like the game, the new one at least, but they're gonna buy it because they're a fan of the series anyway. So they pander to those IP holders, and in my opinion, they're getting funds from other places to push their bullshit. Like, there's no reason to uglify the characters. Like, what is going through the head of the people making the games being like, okay, all right, let's make the characters a little uglier next time, though? Like, literally, why?
Landlord mechanics. I like that killing the guy from the watch lowers property values, but I gotta say the most interesting feature is all the gigantic cocks flying all over the place. That's right, they pulled a Cyberpunk 2077. We got a bunch of floppy cocks slapping you in the face. Good luck,
incredible.
Reactors. Look at it flop around.
That's a big flopping cock. Oh my god. Whee! Dude, the combat looks so ass.
Now, the one question on everybody's minds is, why are there no whores? You know, I'm wondering that myself. In other news, for seemingly no reason, the game has lost...
Dude, leftists love whores, though. So, like, true.
All reason...
Oh, because it makes it, like, an embarrassing job instead of, like, noble and based. I understand.
And accountability overnight. The original devs understood this perfectly, but for some reason, I can't put my finger on it.
What changed between the original devs, 10 white people,
these new devs,
and the new devs, multicolored hair liberal bitches? What changed? What changed? I personally can't put my finger on it.
Just can't get their heads around it. One of the quotes from the devs was...
It's a coincidence. It's a coincidence that the marketing team decided to hire infinite liberal writers, women, and the game turned into literal slop making ugly characters to make subjectively specific women feel better about themselves. It's a coincidence, all right? It's a coincidence. It's totally not coming from a place of narcissism that they don't want to make a game with a character that's hotter than any of them will ever be, all right? And it's totally not coming from female ego. Absolutely not. We are writing that off immediately.
There's no objective good. There's no objective evil. Thank you for being...
I love when they do this. It's like, let me just remind you that we are, in fact, satanic, and we do not believe in objective good, all right? So we're putting in our article right here. We don't believe in God, so therefore we're going to make a video game about absolute slop, because no objective evil, right, guys? There's no such thing.
But about how all your choices...
Dude, I love when people do this. And then you ask them, all right, so what about Hitler? Was he objective evil? Oh, of course he was! I thought there was no objective evil. You know, I love when we play these games, like with these troglodytes, like quite literally. It's like, there's no such thing as objective good when you're referring to like religion, but there's totally such a thing as objective evil when it's, I don't know, ICE deporting people that invaded your country, all right? When you're against mass migration, that's objective evil, all right? That's racism. Objective good, though, absolutely not, no such thing.
Just don't matter. Apparently, morality isn't black and white, it's gray. So quick question,
Wow.
if you murder a whole village for no reason, is it evil? To me, yes.
I'm so happy he's going down this path. That's exactly what I said.
To this guy, it depends on the village.
Exactly. All these absolute morality is subjective cucks has no standing to condemn the most evil, atrocious human beings in history because morality is subjective. What do you mean? Subjectively, maybe Hitler was actually a wonderful guy, all right? You don't know that, all right? And that completely destroys the entire argument. Everyone feels super enlightened. It's the enlightened libtard mentality of, actually, morality is subjective. There's no God, so morality is subjective. And then it's like, okay, so what about this? Oh, well, Trump is Hitler, though.
Additionally,
Oh, is that bad?
you can't become Hellboy, and you can't hit the performance-enhancing potions until you're built like Sam Solik. Can I at least eat my way into Meal Team 6? Back in the day, anytime I ate something fat. Is that coming back? They stopped me in
No, you're not allowed to say fat anymore. Fat's a slur.
middle of a boss fight to call me a fat fuck. They gave me
Based?
the title of Salad Dodger. Are you gonna bring that back, Playground? Playground, in Fable 2, if I'm
No,
a
they're
man
pro-fat. They're pro-fat. Reality doesn't matter to the propaganda machine.
and I wear a dress, everyone around me will point and laugh. Can I count on that?
Cross-dressing in the old games would make people make fun of you. Based. To quote our Lord God in Deuteronomy, a man that wears women's clothing or a woman that wears men's clothing is an abomination against God. Now, you can't call me out on this because morality is subjective, right? But God thinks that's the case.
Making a return. I'll tell you what isn't.
Yeah, we're not bringing that back, I assume. Woke Studio McGuffin over here is not actually going to bring that back.
STDs.
Oh, shit.
Even my choice to have unprotected carnal relations with 100 whores will have no consequences. If I can't get
Unbelievable.
STDs, why call this a Fable game? This is a sham, an M. Night Shyamalan, a sham wow. So you make them look like they have STDs, but I can't bring home the prize? I
That's
can't dip into the
unbelievable.
dark arts and start pissing 200 Scovilles? Just another sanding down of a game's great legacy.
Unbelievable.
Britain has fallen, everyone. Take away their accents.
Yeah, look, I love these people, man. They're like, we're gonna make this game hyper realistic. Also, you don't get STDs anymore because that's too realistic.
Why are there no STDs, Playground? Why?
That's right.
Ask Bill. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go play a good new release like Code Vein. Never
Oh,
mind.
man.
Half Sword. Never mind. High Guard. Never mind. Fuck it, I'm gonna go stare at a wall until Neo
That's so rough, buddy, dude.
comes out. Thanks.
Actually insane. Yeah, we're literally living in the slopification of media. It's happening in real time. That was a really good video by Fleekasoid. I'll link it in the description, of course. Thanks for watching. That was today's video. Diving into the Fable lore. This is why everyone's so mad. Because quite literally, they turned it another franchise that people liked into slop. Hell yeah, dude. I'll see you tomorrow. Every day, new lore here on Taku. One lore per day, every day. Subscribe. Tell me what you want. We do all lore. Video games, movies, cartoons, religion. Somehow religion is less controversial than video games. Boobs.